Hello there. Before we get on to our regularly scheduled Always Very Always program, I just wanted to just talk about a couple things. Obviously, this one is a little bit shorter. It's just a little over 40 minutes. We had a hard time, me and Dennis had a hard time meeting this week for an extended period of time, and we were only able to get like an hour and a half of recording done. You know, he has school and work. I have work and school. So, some weeks, not most of the times, but some weeks you might just get a 40 to 45 minute episode. We're still giving you content, and maybe going forward, I could do a little solo extra towards the end to buff it out if y'all really get mad at this. But before we go, though, besides that, we uploaded our first Patreon episode this past Monday. It is also 40 minutes. It's like the first half, I guess, of this recording session. And it's pretty funny. We got some good bits, comparing how it is to murder black people versus trying to murder white people, talking about real New Orleans shit, talking about feedback, all this sort of stuff. It's a fun time. You'll enjoy it. To get the bonus episode every week that comes out Monday morning, you just go to patreon.com/always very always. There will be a new episode, usually around an hour. This week is an exception because we just had a scheduling difficulty this week. But also there's a tier 2 rewards as well. Every Wednesday, I'll be uploading a 10 to 15 minute news update, comedic news update called Carol Hogle Weekly News. If you like the first bit on the first episode of that Carol Hogle Weekly News, you can get that every week, and I'll be writing a shit out of that. It should be very funny. And also in that tier 2, you're also getting an ancillary bit on Friday, which can range from anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Either like audio compilations of stuff we recorded before we ever thought of doing this as a podcast. A lot of bits from there. Either random videos, comedic videos that I never uploaded that you can see for the first time. And just after a while, after I'm finished all that stuff, like getting rid of like old comedy material that I never uploaded, we'll be also doing a different series, a series of series. Goddamn, I'm having a hard time talking when it's just myself. But anyways, there'll be all sorts of stuff on that Friday slot. It's like a rotating bit slot. And for tier 2 was $10 a month. So basically, if you pay tier 2, you're paying $10 to get 3 extra pieces of content a week, extra episode of the podcast, Carol Hogle Weekly News, and a Friday bit as well. That's patreon.com/always very always. $5 or $10. Pick your path. But we're trying to build this thing out, not only improve the quality, but improve our offerings as well. I'm really like trying to work hard and like build this into something that's like really like a great show. And you helping out will be the first step in that. So anyways, sorry for taking up like almost fucking 4 minutes of the fucking podcast. But again, I just want to say thank you for listening and following us. And we got big things coming. And just, you don't have to be a patron to be a good fan and someone that we appreciate. So anyways, thank you for listening. And here is episode 4, Always Very Always podcast. It's a rare condition. It's called AIDS. When Magic Johnson got it, we all thought he was gay. If there was a cure, it'd be from God's design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic cure inside those deep state walls. 'Cause all I see are medical fees. My whole family's victim to HIV. We relive horrible times, but make hilarious memories. We're consciously monetizing our traumas and our friendship. We also talk about smart guy stuff sometimes. We know the show's got a stupid name. Welcome to Always Very Always.
Dude, but speaking back on how black people are always ready, Mr. Squeeze, it was actually a reference to him squeezing on the trigger.
Yeah.
Right? I was at the barber recently. I did just get a haircut. Thank you, Mark, for not noticing and telling me I look nice with my haircut. I really appreciate that.
You got a little this going on, a little fade.
Yeah. It's too late for that.
I mean,
it's too late. But anyway, Mr. Squeeze was a security guard, like around the parts where the barbershop was. And he's like retired now, but he was talking about how he keeps his 357 in his trunk just in case, you know. And we were having like a philosophy, you know how it is in the barbershop, bro. We're having a philosophical debate on the morality of carrying a toolie, knowing that your whole intent is to put somebody away if they cross you, you know. And then they start talking about the man on the cross and what he would think about Mr. Squeeze, you know, letting a few loose, giving a good squeeze and hitting him in the chest. And, you know, presenting the argument, he's like, yeah, I got to let go of that. I'm sure God got me, you know, at this point. And it's not Christian. It's not Christ-like for me to blow somebody away with my 357. That's really cool. Like, they're really particular about how cool the gun is and, like, the different types of guns that they've had and owned. And everyone's just sharing their piece. And I'm like, dang, you're right, Mark. Like, everybody in the shop except me had owned a gun and was, like, talking about their favorite gun. Like one of the guys at the barbershop chimes in and is like, yeah, I had me a little snub nose. Only holds 5 shots, but it's nothing to go to war with. But it'll put somebody down if you need to. You know what I mean? Keep a little snub nose on the hip, you know, or like pull it out your purse if you need to. Bust it out the fanny pack. Pop.
In my opinion, any more than a 6-shooter, you're doing that's thuggish behavior.
Yeah, bro. Why can't we just have duels like we used to in the good old days?
I'm not saying, I mean that, yes, of course, yes. But I'm just saying that anything more than that to defend yourself is excessive. All you need is 6 shots.
Yeah.
Unless you got like a hit out on your head or something, then, you know, you're already in that life. But
I mean, to tell you the truth, if you shoot anybody one time, not anybody, but like 90% of people, you shoot them one time in the chest, they're just going to die. You know what I'm saying?
Well, even if you're not like you shoot someone once in the shoulder, once in the leg, they're gonna stop doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah,
so
they have a more urgent matter to attend to.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! Well, you were about to say something. I forgot you were about to say something. Wait, did you pitch it in this conversation?
Yeah, I brought up Mr. Squeeze.
No. In the barbershop.
Oh, I was just listening, laughing. Getting my hair cut by somebody that's having a conversation, but somehow still getting the fade crispy. How do they do it, by the way?
That's magic to me.
Ambidextrous, because you know, there's all barbers use their right and left hand.
Yeah.
So ambidextrous, multitasking, talking, like unlocking the door, dapping people up while they're slicing you up with the clippers, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to and I've only confessed this once right now here on the wax.
All right.
When they lean you back, bro, and they tilt your neck up and you're looking at the ceiling so that they can get a nice angle on the beard as they go with the clippers right at your throat. Every time, Mark, I remember I could die today.
Yeah.
The guy's literally holding me by my neck with some clippers over my throat. And I think about it every time. I'm like, man, this don't tickle in a good way on the neck. You know what
that's
I mean?
how fucking Vinny the Chin died back in 43.
I think it's watching that scene from Goodfellas, bro, also ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Where they literally just like slit his throat with a straight razor and then like hold his neck to stop all the blood from spilling onto the chair.
Yeah.
Like pick him up, throw him on the street, and put the next guy in the chair, go back to cutting like nothing happened.
Well, it's a reputable place.
Oh man.
It's like I brought up the scene when you like talked about that before. I brought the scene from Eastern Promises where the guy is at the barbershop and he holds the guy down trying to slit his throat, but he doesn't have the second guy to hold him down. So his son happens to walk in with his friend. He gets his son, hey, just come hold this guy down so I can slit his throat right quick. So the son is like, what's going on? He holds him down and just like slits his throat. And it's just like, what? You gonna do that to your son? He's not even in the mafia. He's not gonna be in the mafia. Yeah. I don't know. He didn't have that vibe to him.
Oh, okay.
But also, he was also not a character in the movie at all. And there's no Eastern Promises 2. That kid just caught a body for no reason.
For no reason.
Just in a London barbershop, just slitting the guy's throat on Main Street. But you gotta love it.
It's absurd, dude.
Very, very good movie though. Not what I expected.
Eastern Promises?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like cool mafia fights and stuff, but it was about like a woman falling in love with one of the mafia like lower level henchmen, and that lower level henchman was like a secret KGB agent, but also at the same time it's not like 1995 and the KGB doesn't exist anymore. It's like I like the movie, but I just didn't understand what they're trying to say. Like the last scene was supposed to be a twist. He takes off his shirt and he has like all these other tattoos that are not from the Russian mafia, and like this is supposed to be some sort of twist. I don't know. Anyone's listening to me and has watched that movie is from like, yo, you didn't get the fucking point. And I didn't. I'll admit it.
I like to hear it, man. I like to hear it.
But you probably,
I'm wrong and I'm proud. Like it's not said enough, you know.
It's but you would enjoy. There's a really badass fight scene where actor Viggo Mortensen is just butt ass naked and like fighting two guys with knives in a bathhouse. I'm like, yeah, damn, that's pretty cool. Let's see here. What we got here? We got Phobia Talk. What was gonna go with this? I had a question, I guess, about phobias. Was right. That you were telling me other day, like a while back, that phobias are like you have that fear of death by the mere like mention of the thing. Like it's a lot more serious than what people make it out to be.
Yes, a phobia is very separate from a fear. It's like literally a disorder. It falls under the category of a panic disorder. Mm-hmm. So they literally have the physical anxiety response.
Yeah.
To the thought of the thing.
So there's no mild version of that.
Well, yes, that's a fear, but a phobia is like a diagnosed issue.
Oh, okay.
It can be, anyways. It can be.
So I can have a mild arachnophobia where you mention it and I just feel.
See, that's weird because obviously, like, we're talking about semantics now because anyone can use the word agoraphobia to refer to a fear of spiders, but what it is specifically in a medical sense or in like the sense like where it's diagnosed and treated, it is a phobia. It's a panic disorder. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I was just curious because it seemed like people like labeling themselves. I like labeling people.
Everyone likes labels.
Black, white, blue, whatever. Body positive, sex positive, all that stuff. But I was thinking, there's people out here with mild phobias that need to be exposed, in my opinion. And it's a way to talk about it to people to get them to understand. Yeah, because I think
everything can happen in varying degrees. So I can imagine there's a person. Go ahead.
My sister has, in my opinion, mild agoraphobia. Like she's not afraid to death of the thought of going outside, but she dreads it. She dreads the thought of it. She gets anxious like 2 days before she has to go do something. Mm-hmm. And
they would describe this as social anxiety. It is a part of. It's an anxious disorder.
Okay.
It would fit the description. You see what I'm saying? From what you're telling me, yeah, it sounds like she has classic social anxiety.
I've that, but for women.
Ooh, that's called being a modern man. Welcome to the real
My
world.
doctor just said it's called being gay.
Ooh.
Yeah, fucking
Lord. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm super cool, nice, awesome guy, but not around women. Same here. Big struggles.
I wasn't saying anything. I'm bad around women.
You're saying you're afraid of them. Yeah, you think they'll eat you or something.
Yeah, I saw teeth. I saw that movie. They're gonna eat me right up.
Oh my Lord!
Being a sixth grade teacher, showing that to the students in class on like the second to last day of school is like you're not. This isn't cool. But I'll watch it.
So, what is your actual qualm when it comes to women? Then, like, what is it?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to say my doctor called me gay.
Oh. I guess you're not one of us. # nervous around girls.
My only mental issue really is just doing stuff, being in a position that I don't want to be in, and there's no way out. So whenever I just feel, but that's anyone though. That's not like a mental disorder. that's just like being in a shitty situation and not seeing a way out, and then like you're constantly reminded by that, and that constant reminder like affects your ability to cope with the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Which, you know, and that made me think that fucking all these motivational speeches that you see on YouTube, it's like sometimes, and not even sometimes for a lot of people, and all the times for slightly less people, like got no bit. Oh, you gotta go
Soon enough.
Like when?
Like, I got dance class at 6:30.
So when do you have to leave?
4:35.
It's 3:28.
Just throwing it out there. I mean, I gotta catch the bus over there, so you know it takes like it's like an hour and a half or whatever.
Wait, so when do you have to leave though?
I don't know. Why are you tilted?
Huh?
I said, why are you tilted though?
Because why are you tapping on your thing like what time do you have to leave?
Like 4:30, something like that.
So why it's an hour away, you tap your thing like, hey, wrap up the story. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not telling you to wrap up the story. I was just a nonverbal communicative expression.
Yeah, that means wrap it up. That is sign language for wrap it up.
My bad. I wasn't thinking that it would be so urgent to you.
Yeah, I got a late-ophobia. I get sick to death and I start puking when I feel like I'm about to be late. So you're getting me in that mode right now, and if I puke on you, it's gonna be your fault.
Yeah, I was just thinking, since we started at 2:30, it's 3:30 now.
Yeah,
we could cut the segment, figure out how we're gonna do this next part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's my issue. That's my burden. That's the fucking rock on the hill that Sisyphus must push up.
What?
What's
the rock?
Editing the podcast.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, let me get my fucking tangent out so we can go to the next thing. So we can go to some good ass bits here. You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, let's pause for effect. Basically, let's take an intermission.
Why? You gotta go to the bathroom or something?
No.
Because I would like to tell this story about me doing a presentation on 9/11 being an inside job. I think the fans would really like it, and they would find it funny and cringy.
All right. Let it rock, Ali.
So I remember in senior year English class, we're supposed to have like fake TED Talks. And I was like, man, what else you gotta do? My earlier presentation in this English class went so well. I did the book review on like The Fisherman by Chigozie Obiama or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, you know, everyone loved it. It was like, damn, I don't want to go after them. Mark was a hard act to follow. and as a person who will never do stand-up comedy, I will have that, that's my Netflix special. That was my Netflix special. And it's like, what's he going to do? You know, he had his Killing Him Softly. What's going to be his next thing? So.
Who was Killing Him Softly, by the way?
That was Dave Chappelle's first special.
Killing Me Softly. Got you. Then it was Sticks and Stones. What else?
That's like the fifth one.
Equanimity.
That's like the fourth one.
I've seen those three. What's the other one?
I forget the name of the second one and third one. But anyways.
Anywho.
I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna TED Talk on? Oh, I get it. How the American media lies to us. So I'm like, okay, 9/11 inside job. The top of the eye on top of the pyramid on the money. The fact they got no black people on the money. Well, the fact that every strip club has like a Freemasons lodge right next to it. Open your third eye. Stuff like that. So I remember I prepared this, all my little slides and stuff. A lot of footage and B-roll of planes going in the building and stuff. Of the free fall speed documents and all this. I called
Was this a senior year?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember this.
And we wasn't in the English class. We were in the computer lab with the lights off. If you remember this, to put you in the mood. I just remember, and that's the only thing that's notable about it, is that I asked the class, like the first thing I say is like, hey, how many of y'all think 9/11's inside job? And like half the class raised their hand. And like for years, That whole presentation, because it wasn't funny beyond that, it like fucking sucked. And I just felt like I gave myself a fucking low level trauma for trying to be epic and failing. So I just, that was like memory of that whole presentation was like burned in my head for like 4 years until very recently where like I was able to erase
it's especially sad because I can barely remember this at all. So it must not have been that significant.
Of course. Why would you remember something that happened 4 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever?
I remember some things.
Yeah, the stuff that where you were the main
also,
character.
Stop doxing my age.
What? You're a 27-year-old, 7-year senior, University of Phoenix.
Man, shout out to online degrees. I mean, like 3/4 of my degree has been online because of COVID.
Yeah, I wish all of it could have been online for me personally.
Who's stopping you? You can't take online classes still?
I mean, I have to switch colleges to do that. I would like, but you're like an artsy fartsy guy. How about you soliloquize about fucking about Hamilton and your favorite plays and musicals? You're into that gay stuff.
Oh, he said the G word.
The limp-wristed arts.
Theater is a limp-wristed art. Come on, bro. I have you know that the theater fellas are the most cool of any actor type.
That doesn't mean you're not gay.
You can't be gay and muscular. That's the rule.
Said like a true straight man.
Well, anyway, speaking of funny things having to do with gayness in theater, I recently went to a read for the play at the community college I go to.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Almost Maine. Okay. I don't know if you're familiar. But it features several vignettes of just like, what would you call it? Little dialogues between two characters. And then there's one in particular with Chad and Randy. Okay. And our boy Chad is a man's man. Our boy Randy is a man's man. But the whole point of the scene is, it turns out Randy, Chad's best friend, is actually quite in love with Chad. Chad responds with indignation, but then eventually realizes throughout the scene, Chad, the man, likes Randy. Thoughts?
I don't know, man. This type of stuff they be doing, thinking that you're about to be excited to really get into this role. Like, no, I want to be Thor. Where's Thor the musical?
I want to be Shrek.
Yeah,
Shrek the musical is a thing, and it's awesome.
Yeah. No need for any of that stuff. That fruity stuff. People out here.
But it's just one vignette. The play actually got like canceled at a high school that tried to perform it because of that. You're like, look, we don't need no homosexuals in our plays at our high school.
It's funny when you hear stuff about like stuff like that.
And it's so innocuous too. Like they didn't even kiss in the scene.
No. Because this is stuff that they say all the time. Oh, this thing got canceled or whatever gets canceled. Like this, all it is just it's the same stuff with gay people, and then you fucking see it, and there's like a simulated gay sex scene. there's a scene where a guy's like cleaning out his ass.
Stop! You just reminded me. I can't remember the name of this show, but you know Empire Power.
Yeah.
Like the standard black media nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Bro, tell me what I was watching. Like Keith was like watching it on TV. And, you know, we're just taking some regular, like, gangster hood shit, right?
Yeah.
And these two gangsters are, like, arguing with each other in the bedroom. Next thing we know, it came out of nowhere, dude. We were both like, man, what the? Man pulls a condom out of his pocket, puts it on his middle finger, sticks it in the other guy's mouth. Yo, this is on TV, dude. Then they show him butt ass naked, bent over, with the other guy behind him. Just like, it was so graphic, dude. I was like, this is way, way more graphic than any male or female sex scene I've ever seen. And like, it was so outrageous in a way, because it's like the saddest thing about it is that it was very realistic. Because, you know, when you're a real gangster homie and you just got out of jail, you know, what do they do in jail? That's what they do. They kiss and also butt touch men.
Went from FUBU to FUFU real quick in that scene.
I know, right?
Oh my god,
dude, it was so graphic. I can't even describe it because it's like I can't even. You know what I'm saying?
That's the nightmare scenario. You're with somebody in your family, just like, yeah, we're watching the black media, just any sex.
And it was awesome. Like I'm in the kitchen cooking. Keys is like walking around cleaning up the living room or whatever, and it's just like on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next thing we know, we take a gander at the TV, and we just see one tall, muscular black man right behind another very tall, muscular black man, just going after it, and it's like,
but you know what?
And I'm like, bro, all of their friends are here. They would so hear this. That was another thing. The suspension of disbelief didn't work out either on that.
Oh, because the other people don't know if they're gay.
Yeah. Because they're gangsters. Gangsters can't be gay. Or maybe that's what it was, bro. They have plausible deniability at every turn. Strictly off their gangster.
I think that's gangster propaganda rollover from the 80s and 90s. But if you're really on these streets, you're really busting heads, moving weight, you know some of these people out here gay. But you still have to respect them because they got guns, they got money, they got merchandise. So, you know. Yeah. The real gay representation is out here in the business world. We're moving drugs and stuff.
Bro, I will say too, one thing about that was kind of funny to me was in the scene right before that, the like stereotypical like hood white woman in the scene was like trying to hit on the black guy, and like he was like having none of it. Next thing we know, he starts clapping big black man cheeks. Good stuff. Quality humor.
So that's the only episode of Power you watched?
This wasn't Power. I don't know what this was called. It was one of those things that's like part of that clique of shows. You know what I mean? They're all the same in a way.
Black prestige TV.
Yeah. Something I won't be participating in anytime soon.
Are there any good black ass shows? I know Atlanta's supposed to be one, but missing with that Donald Glover shit.
Why you hating on Donald Glover, bro?
Because white people like him. No. I mean, yeah, but no. I don't know. It's just like his vibe is like, it's unique.
Too black for the white kids and too white for the blacks?
No, because I like Earl Sweatshirt. He's my favorite rapper.
But he said it and it was actually
literally true. On the poster for the podcast.
It was very obvious that he meant it when he said it, though. It's not like, how do I put this? It didn't seem like a throwaway phrase. The one time I've heard Earl Sweatshirt say that, which was on Chum, I believe. Yeah. Whereas like Logic, Donald Glover, it's like they're saying that because they have to. Like Donald Glover knows that he's a rich black kid, so he has to say that. Logic knows that he's biracial, so he has to say, like, that is a line you need in your repertoire. Too
white for the black kids, too black for the white.
No, too black for the white kids and too white for the blacks.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah, behind my eyes is where I'm hiding these icicles at or something.
Yeah. That's Earl Sweatshirt's a rapper. Those are guys are different. Something else.
Maybe that's it. But I just like he very much has his own very unique vibe, and I don't want anything to do with that. Like if I want to see a black show, we need somebody like 50 Cent to write it. The problem is ain't nobody trying to watch Power because 50 Cent has his own little like whatever he's trying, all those other writers trying to do. I don't know. I just want to see something that's like mainstream that you could be proud of. Like the sort of the inversion of what Roots were like 50 years ago, where like all blacks were like rooting for those fucking characters.
Well, we had Black Panther, but
okay, all right, you got the joke man here.
What about Dang, you're right. It's real lack.
It's all like weird shit, or it's like a different type of like characterization of. Yeah, that would put that. Like when I say weird shit, I'm saying stuff that's it's self-contained. Like the story of Moonlight, self-contained. Mm-hmm. Good movie, all this, but it doesn't speak to like a wider.
Experience. We don't have we don't have a show like we don't get a fucking Home Improvement.
I mean, we did. We got Family Matters, but that was 30 years ago.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like basically, we don't have what do white people watch nowadays?
I mean. They also don't have it either, but that's different because,
How do they not have it? Every show got them in it.
But that's what I'm saying. They don't need one thing.
That's what I mean.
To encapsulate their whole fucking spirit.
So basically, you just want a monolithic black show.
For just go 5 seasons and then we can go back to what we have now. We just need to have like this one cultural touchstone to speak to a generation of blacks.
What about
Universal.
Blackish, bro? You seen Blackish?
It's in the fucking title.
That's literally why I won't watch it. If it was literally just called Black, I think that would be kind of hard.
I mean, I watched it when it first came on, like the first season, but it's whatever. It's just a sitcom.
Just a sitcom. Dang, top 10 things you don't want to hear said about a show you're on. Just a sitcom.
Not, I guess.
We need like
not on the fucking like the other shitty Tim Allen sitcom, but like Last Man Standing. It's more on the family. What's it called? Not Modern Family. It's on that level, but black shit, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I was hitting at. We need like another Everybody Hates Chris or something.
No, it doesn't have to be a comedy. I don't think we have enough of those.
What do we need specifically? Why don't you make it?
It has to because
what?
I can't control myself creatively. I'm going to make way too many. It's basically like a Donald Glover, like a 50 Cent. They're going to do shit that's like weird. They're going to have like, or what they even did with The Wire when you just have like, I would.
Hey, spoilers.
Spoilers. You know Omar, right?
No, I don't. Omar was the character that died in the first episode.
No, he was.
There's another Omar. Who
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I don't need you telling me nothing about that Omar.
Okay,
I know Snot from the first episode. You remember Snot? Of course not. He doesn't matter.
But anyways, let's just say, don't listen to this. I'll say it to them.
No, don't say it.
I would make like half the characters on the show Omar because I have no restraint and I like cool characters and funny jokes. But I'm not really into that black shit. But at the same time, I need that black shit because blacks really be out here doing stuff. And we're not portrayed as cool. We're just gangbangers and just niggers of these people who really doing stuff out here. Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I think the listeners really enjoyed that. I just said Baba Booey for 15 seconds.
Baba Booey.
But I would think, I guess what I'm thinking of is like a drama series. That's just like none of that Tyler Perry like black love / treachery.
I hate
none
Tyler
of that
Perry.
Like super gang banging shit.
Stuff, by the way.
Huh?
The more specifically, I hate Tyler Perry's movies and such. Like Medea.
I'm fine with the Medea ones.
I'm not fine with Medea.
It's like that shit is meant to be like absurd and funny. So you can find it like not funny, but I don't find it like as an insult as like the ones that are meant to be like serious, like romantic trouble movies.
What you talk about the one where the rich dark skinned man cheats on his wife?
Oh, which one of the 5 of the movies that was?
Or you talking about the one where the light skinned hard working man saves her?
Well, the last one I watched.
Or is it the one where the dark skinned girl has a bad attitude and the light skinned girl is really down to earth? Is it that one?
I can't remember. All I remember because like all this stuff is like it's different strata of black, like middle class, quote unquote middle class. There's lower middle class movies. There's the middle class movies, and there's the upper middle class movies. And the last one I watched, I don't remember the name of it, but I was watching with my sister because it was on BET one day, like in 2019. Yikes. And this was the upper middle class.
Watching the deal on BET, bro. They actually got you in their pocket.
I don't under. What? That's like something the person at the bus stop would say. You out here eating food, man? The big food got you, man.
All right, I'll give you that. Well, you got me there. You got me.
Well, I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
You be drinking water? You know how that gets in the bottle? That's basically what I was going for, bro.
But yeah, I remember like the big plot point was like there were 2 couples going on a vacation like Aspen, real rich people type shit, and they get into a fight at dinner.
Where in Aspen?
Isn't that in Colorado?
Might be.
But yeah, it's like a type of place you would go snowboarding. I don't know anything about that.
So it's in America though.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But a very expensive vacation, nice log cabin on top of a mountain.
Yeah, upper middle class shit.
And I just remember just like, yeah, like it was like a dark skinned man with a light skinned woman, and then the reverse with the other 2. And then in both cases, the dark skinned people were the ones with the bad attitude. I might be grossly mischaracterizing this because it was 3 years ago, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was. And yeah, there's no jokes or anything. It was just pure like drama. And at the end of it, like they just like get back to one group of people gets married and the other group like breaks up, and like I think light skinned woman, the dark skinned woman like doesn't get married because she's focused on her career. That's what black skins do. But the white skinned people, they able to just have a loving relationship and they don't need to chase money, I guess is the moral of the story. I don't know. Tyler Perry's a wild guy. I just wish his movies were a little bit better. Cause he could be even though like 10 years from now, everyone's gonna look back like, oh, he was like very important, iconic guy. But his movies just aren't good enough to really get all the praise that he's going to get 10 years from now. I can see it. It's like when it's like when you halfway through the 2015 season and you just tell they're gonna give Steph Curry the fucking MVP. It's like, okay, he's averaging 29 minutes per game and averaging 20 points, and it's like James Harden is playing like a quarter more and averaging like 10 more points. It's like they both not that good on defense back then. I'm just saying it's fucking wild they gave it to him, the fucking unanimous MVP for that fucking season, but whatever.
I mean, bro, that was the best 3-point shooting season of all time. They went 73-9.
That's fine.
What do you mean that's fine? That's not fine. That's
the
best record ever.
I understand that. That's cool and all. But the unanimous MVP makes it seem that no one was close to him as a player. And that's just simply not the case.
It just makes it seem like everybody was in their pockets.
I don't know how that works. Like, because they're not obviously it's sports media. They're not going to, it's never going to like leak. Sports media is not going to rat on sports media. So I was just wondering how, like, is it like, to what extent are people in media conspiring to push a narrative to the point that they're giving people unanimous MVPs by fiat like that? Because that was probably the closest two players have been in the MVP race ever. Between those two, James Harden and Steph Curry.
James Harden was averaging what, like 36 or something?
That season he was averaging only like 30.
Oh, only 30.
The year he got 36, I think that's when he won the MVP, like in 2018. Okay. But yeah, I just felt like so betrayed. I was out here writing articles on a Google site that I made about how I know this is gonna happen, but please don't do it. Look at the win shares. Look at the minutes played, and it was like didn't matter at all. I'm still. Yeah. I think three things I'm still mad at.
Another thing I do remember from this whole debacle is that Steph Curry's percentages, his true shooting percentage, his effective field goal percentage, way higher than James Harden. Just in general.
Yeah, of course. Shooting efficiency is not that comparable.
It's not even close, right?
Yeah.
And James Harden has always had the reputation. Like, even though Steph Curry does do the same stuff, James Harden has that reputation.
Yeah.
He has that black skin.
Hey, that's one of the three things that made me like stop watching basketball in like 14 through 19. It's like firing Mark Jackson, the dick riding of Steph Curry, and what was the other thing? There was a third thing.
LeBron not getting defensive player of the year when he played for the Heat.
I'm not on. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't get mad over that, but it was not a third. It was third. I can't remember.
People hating on LeBron for making 10 finals in a row.
But that's always going. As soon as he lost the first one,
yeah,
I was like, damn.
When you don't have a perfect record, they don't want to hear it.
It's fucking wild to me how, like, to the extent that like fans can ruin something for me. Like, you think a person like me be able to blot that stuff out, but it's like I just want to talk. I want to be social to some extent, and you talk to someone, it's like we're not watching the same thing. But I guess we're not. Some people don't have League Pass, so they're not seeing these a million shitty Magic
people
games.
Not watching a lot of games anyways. Not even watching the games on TNT. As a casual NBA fan, I can tell you myself, I wasn't watching every game. Like, I wasn't even watching every game that I could watch. Never mind the ones that you had that I didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hate. What sucks about League Pass, you literally get every game besides the one in your city. Because they want you to watch like your local sports thing.
That is pretty dumb.
But yeah, I think everyone would enjoy, even though it is expensive, the condensed games. Awesome. And with the NFL Game Pass, getting through a 3.5 hour NFL game in 36 minutes, you haven't lived until you've done that as a football fan.
I haven't done that. We should watch one of those one of these days. We should watch, I say either Tony Romo's last great game, which was like the 49-54 loss against the Peyton Manning Broncos. That's one of my favorite games of football I've ever seen. That, or like one of the Tim Tebow classics.
I don't want to see no Tim Tebow shit.
All right, we'll watch the Tony Romo versus Peyton Manning.
His last great game technically was that playoff game that they got stolen. And Des Bryant caught that shit and they called it fucking incomplete pass. It's bullshit.
I remember.
Yeah, they should. They gotta be like how they write books like a year or so like after a president's out of office and like, yeah, he did all that stuff he thought he was doing. He was really doing. And then, but for sports, they should be like, yeah, we fucked up that call. The Cowboys should have been in the Super Bowl that year. Sorry, guys, he blew it. But no, they just act like, nah, we stand by our beautiful referees. They never do anything wrong. And even if they do anything wrong, fuck you.
Wow.
It's very, it's I don't know, it's bullshit. But you ever read about how like everyone really thinks that, you know, the political system is rigged or whatever. But such a cartoonish amount of cheating happened with the Nixon versus Kennedy one, where like they were both just digging up graves and like registering that dead person as like a registered voter and getting that dead person to vote for them. Like,
bro, dead voters is like an ongoing issue, isn't it? It has been for a while.
I don't think, not to the extent that it was like, I think that was 58, where like they were swinging like whole states by doing that. And it was funny because you think a politician who know the other side is cheating will call them out, but they literally couldn't because they were both going to the same graves in Southern Illinois trying to get those voters.
That's so sad.
But I don't know to the extent of cheating nowadays. But I don't know. Are you gonna? Did you vote in 2020?
No.
Damn, I felt ashamed for voting. Because like
you voted for Hillary.
2020.
I mean,
yeah, I voted for Hillary in 2020.
You voted for Biden?
I was forced to because I was going to write in Gloria Della Riva, the leader of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, a great leader. But they didn't let you do write-ins on the machine. So it's like, yeah, they on the wall leading up to the voting machines, they're like, oh, these are presidential candidates. You could vote for Biden, Trump, Kanye. He's part of the birthday party. Gloria Della whatever. She for PSL. You vote for the Green Party. You vote for the Libertarian Party. You go up there. You literally can't. There's no button to write anybody in. So it's like, great. They stole a vote. Biden stole an election. He stole my vote.
Oh, Lord. The Russia Facebook bots are going to hear you say that, and they're going to put us all over everyone's page. So good work right there. Biden stole the election.
You said a bunch. That's a lot of word salad right there. Russian Facebook bots, Biden election, just fucking keywords on a mentally ill YouTube video.
It's true though, dude. Like that gets a lot of engagement from the Facebook bots.
There's way more Ukrainian bots right now than there are Russian bots. There was a study. It's like 70-30 ratio.
Oh Lord.
It's like you live in America. You're not gonna. You think the CIA is gonna let foreign propaganda that doesn't serve their interest through? Like everything you're seeing is like.
Yes, it literally made it to Facebook. Come on now.
But it's not that you're seeing a lot more other stuff. Like yeah, they have Russia has a lot of bots and do like every country's doing like cyber attacks on every other country. But
dude, look at TikTok right now. How many downloads of that Chinese spyware do they have here in America?
That's a very ideological term and I don't like it. This podcast is official pro-Chinese, pro Beijing. We support
anti-Hong Kong.
We support the people and the government. We are against the Hong Kong pro-Western faction. Most people in Hong Kong support the CPC, and they had a great election this year.
Great rigged election.
It wasn't rigged. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I will not allow any anti-Chinese slander, especially against a person who doesn't even vote. Ooh, yeah, I'm using it against everybody. I didn't get my candidate up, but I'm gonna use it against everybody.
Yeah, I'll be there.
It's like, man, I'm gonna be that guy in the barbershop. It's like, man, no one to vote for, but MLK fought for his shit. So gotta do my thing.
Yeah,
that annoying
we're actually,
guy.
Close to time though, because
okay.
Yeah, 4:30. I gotta be on the bus.
All right.
And I want to go get something to eat.
All right.